Yes, we up and running. Yes, family. Greetings. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Rosera Menin. Yes, family. One perfect balance. Yeah, give thanks despite the late jump off, but we always on time. They say God don't come when you call, but He's always on time. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Energy can done. So tonight, what we gonna be dealing with? What kind of mirror image do you have for yourself? Tell me I see you, Steve. I see you, Peace Blood. Well, in the meantime, family, I'm gonna tell you quick out the door before we get deep into this thing. I know it kind of press. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. And I want somebody to tell me, where did that question come from? I want somebody to tell me where that came from. Where did that question, who quoted that question? If anybody can remember, tell me, what kind of mirror image do you have for yourself? I want somebody to post that in the comments below. We're going to get into some stuff tonight, family, that going to be a little sensitive. And I must say now, early out, a disclaimer. I must put out a disclaimer now that there's going to be some sensitive stuff being discussed tonight. Very sensitive. So I'm going to give you a heads up on that. And maybe very disturbing. Very disturbing. Of course, it's the latest news, but I'll tell you why I'm mentioning it. Well, I'm going to mention it, rather. Let me say that, mention it. That was funny. But yeah, go tell a friend and tell a friend, family. It's going to be that kind of night. And if you all have been paying attention recently, it's been that kind of night. These nights are some funny days, family. Let us not forget where we at. So, okay, I see somebody here putting it, Errol Barrow. Somebody dropped that in the comments already, and that is absolutely correct. Andre, I see you. Divine greetings, family. Yes, Mr. Errol Walton Barrow, the right excellency, all that good stuff, yada yada. It's who said that. But I want to touch briefly on something else he said, and this was said a while ago. I mean, this was said, I don't even know the year. This might have been said in I don't even know. 80 something, 80, I don't know. I think 86 or 85. This is a while ago. So I want y'all to realize the time span that has passed since then till now. So while we wait to let some folks come on in, tell a friend and tell a friend. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Yeah. Is I saw a night. Let me go and alert. I go and alert the old crew. This is crazy. Yeah. Okay. Tell a friend and tell a friend, family. Politically correct is in the building. So let me go ahead and jump into this thing real quick. While I drop this brother, August Williams, we're going to drop it in tonight. We're going to look at this brother real quick and share 2 minutes of this brother message. Want you all to see this. Good brother of mine. Doing good works. I give thanks to him and his presentation. I have a long way to go. Long way to go. And no way to run. No way to hide. No way to hide. Babylon always on my track. Tell a friend and tell a friend. I always have to look back. August Williams. Big respect, family. It's a Babylon. Why you track me down every day? Check his page out, family. This brother right here. It's a Babylon. Big shout out to August Williams. Why I gotta keep fighting every day? Why we gotta keep fighting every day? I'm gonna reveal some stuff tonight. It's gonna be very disturbing, family. Sometimes the road is rocky, sometimes the road is smooth. Rastaman got to move on. Rastaman got to move on, though. Yes, they fight us from the left. Fight some us. Come from the right. Got to move on. Got to move on, though. You can't stick up Rasta. Miss Babylon. I ain't just a man. Every day you
send your drops in my way.
I's a Rasta man. You understand?
For I know.
For we know.
Jah Rastafari will make way.
Rastafari, Haile Selassie the First.
For I give
Empress
thanks
Menen.
and praise.
Thanks and praise.
To the breaking every day.
Walaikum assalam, my brother. I see you, Basil.
Mr. Babylon.
Mr. Babylon.
Every day you track me down.
Every day, y'all don't give up at all. That's all right.
Mr. Wicked Man.
Mr. Wicked Man.
Every day you
Mr. Politician.
Down.
Mr. Politician, you know who I talk. You know I talking to you.
But I know.
Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Jah will make a way.
Tell a friend and tell a friend. Politically incorrect.
So I give thanks and praise.
Giving thanks and praise.
To the breaking every day.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Mr. Babylon.
You open for business.
May they come in someday. So I signed up the king. Rastafari is his name.
That's right.
No one to blame.
No one to blame, family.
Mr. Babylon.
Mr. Babylon.
May they come in someday.
I know they coming someday, man. That's all right.
So I strap my backpack on my back. Just another day. In thanks and praise.
In thanks and praise, family. In thanks and praise, man. In thanks and praise. We give thanks and praise, family. Can't go wrong. Mr. Babylon. May y'all get a chance. Check that brother out without question. Positive lyrics, energetic lyrics. I give thanks. Yes, the question is, what kind of mirror image do you have for yourself? Is the question. I'm trying to think if I should start there or I should jump into the other thing first, because it's really sensitive, like I said, and they're tied together in a way that I wasn't expecting. And so I decided I might as well go down that road. So yeah, I'm going to share this link as well. Let me see, caribbeanelection.com. Let me copy this. I'm going to put this in the chat as well for those who are following in the chat, for those who are paying attention, so you can follow it as well. Let me go ahead and share screen again to this particular page. And I want to share something. This part of this part of this speech that was written, and part of this speech by Mr. L. Walton Barrow. I think that should be it. Yeah, I should be able to see that. I don't know how to close this other section here, but that's all right. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That should be, y'all can see that, right? That should be clear. That should be, yeah, that should be clear for all to see. Anyhow, I'll give you all a better view. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. What kind of mirror image do you have of yourself? This is quite interesting, man. This would have been, okay. This would have been text of address by Earl Barrow, political leader of the Democratic Labour Party, to a political rally 13th of May 1986, to which the Democratic Labour Party 27 candidates for the general election of 28th of May 1986 were introduced. So of course, you know, this is where this has been. This is the introduction of this candidate party back in 86. Now, what y'all realize, this is 1986. 1986. When y'all pay attention to this, like I said, I'll post the link in the comments. Peace, fam. I see you, Phil. Don't go away, Phil. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, Phil. Serious. Samuel, I see you too. Oh man, look, or Anguillan people in the building. I see you, family. Facebook is telling me there's an error. Wait a moment and try again. Although I see it went up, I'm not sure why it said that. Anyhow, if I don't know, the link for YouTube is there. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it for Facebook, but I'll try to post it again. Sometimes I find this happens, and I'm not sure why as yet. where sometimes it tell me I can't even post in my own link, my own chat. But anyhow, yeah, anyhow, I put it up again. If it's on Facebook, if y'all could see it, let me know. If you can't see it on Facebook, let me know then also. Let me know also. Let me know also. I'm not even sure why that's happening. But anyhow, we won't let that distract us. So this is what's going on in May 1986. You know, you would never think, right, that all these years would pass and we would find ourselves in this position, you know, having this conversation in 2022. 2022. Listen what he says. What I wish to speak to you about very briefly here this evening is about you, about yourself. I want to know what kind of mirror image do you have of yourself? That is what I am concerned about. What kind of mirror image do you have of yourself? This is the question he's asking. Do you really like yourself? Imagine this. This is 1986, and El Barrel is asking the people of Barbados, do you really like yourself? And he goes on to say, because you can never really like anybody unless you first like yourself. There are too many people in Barbados who despise themselves, and their dislike of themselves reflects itself in their dislike of other people. But wait a minute. This is 1986. This man is making this statement. I hope y'all grasp what I'm saying here, man. I mean, grasp what Al Barrow is saying in 86. He said it is he said the despite he said there are too many people in Barbados who despise themselves, and their dislike of themselves reflects itself in their dislike of other people. People who live next door to them, members of their family, husbands and wives, and the ox and the ass and the stranger within thy gates. This is the Jew. Listen to me carefully. This is a Jew speaking. Al Barrel is of Jew, Hebrew, Israelite descent. Let me put it in context. Phil, where you at? He is not Jewish. His family is Hebrew. He's Israelite. He is a Jew. This is a black Jew speaking in Barbados to fellow Barbadians across the board. I want y'all to pick up on what I'm about to show you and check this revelation. I give thanks to all those who make this possible, man. And the best part about it is that he goes on to say, listen to me carefully. This is the Jew talking, the Hebrew Israelite speaking. He said, people who live next door to them, members of their family, husbands and wives, and the ox and the ass and the stranger within thy gates. And that's taken straight from Exodus out the Bible for those Bible scholars among us. I would like to say that in 1951, 1956, and 1961, the conservatives used to do a few favors for people. In 1951, 56, and 61. Obviously, we got independence in 66. So he's speaking about prior to the independence and allowing other people to cast their votes. This is the plantocracy he was referring to. He said the conservatives, keep that word in your mind, the conservatives, write it down and look it up, by the way, used to do favors for people. The planter would send a man who had a little influence, let us say in Ellerton Village in St. George, send him down to Plantation Limited or Mannings and Company and get some lumber to repair the old house. Or if he had a cheap Cavanza, which is a car thing, you would send him down to Decor Motors and let him trust a new car. Favors, a favor. And those people who would be motivated, listen to the words, motivated into giving their support to the conservative candidate because of a favor which used to be given out to them. Imagine that. So you motivate people by giving them, in order for them to give you your support to the candidates. You give them a little favor. But it really did not matter because the people who accepted that kind of help thought that they would be beholden to the rich people of this island because the rich people were in the position to do personal favors for them. You think them was your friends, so, but check this out. But what the rich people in Barbados did not realize is that they did not have money to do favors for everybody who had the right to vote after universal adult suffrage. Well, 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 well. What do you know? 1986, buying votes. Okay, hold on. That was all right when we had 250 people voted in St. Thomas and probably 178 voted in St. Andrew and probably 311 voters in St. Lucie. But when you have 38,000 voters alone in St. Michael voting for two candidates, not even John D. Rockefeller himself would be able to do enough favors for 38,000 people to persuade them to go and cast their votes and exercise their suffrage against the Labour Party interests in favor of that wealthy person. Wow. Not even John D. Rockefeller, 38,000. Interesting. Which group in wealthiest in Barbados then? Who has the most money to spend? There has never been anybody in the history of Barbados with $6 million at his disposal. The Tom Adams government, which is the BLP, just for the record, in case those who have a little amnesia, the Tom Adams government had $600 million in each and every year at its disposal to do what? Hold on. Let me put this in perspective here, dude. Because we ain't gonna get this till I show you this here, man. The Tom Adams government, the BLP, had $600 million in each and every year at its disposal to bribe you with your own money and then spit in your face. This is the hero. This is a national hero. Understand what I'm saying? This is a national hero. The father, they call, of independence is saying that Tom Adams / the BLP government has used millions of dollars of taxpayers' money to use at their own disposal to bribe people and then turn around and do what? Spit in your face. Don't be mad at me, man. Somebody call the P's and please and tell her tune in. Call Steve Blackett. Call Ronald Jones. Call Lashley, because all of them still call whoever else that claimed to be in the party. Show Irene out while you're at it. And definitely call Clement Payne. Get Payne on the line. Get Payne on the line. Please, somebody tell them tune in. Let me school them. See what's going on in BIM. What American sport. I should go and lead Democratic Labour Party for real. So the Conservatives can now save their money. Now check this out. They using taxpayers' money to bribe taxpayers to vote for them so they could take more taxpayers' money. Because guess what? So the Conservatives can now save their money. They ain't got to spend their money to do no favor. They got the taxpayers' money at this disposal. Auditor General report. Money missing. Disposal. So the Conservatives can now save their money. They are not going to France and Italy anymore because of terrorism, but they are going to Tampa, Florida, Vancouver, British Columbia, and California. Cali. We're going back to Cali. That's Donville, about Florida, though. But anyhow, that's none of my business. But the reason why they go to these places is because they have people now who will spend the workers' money to bribe the workers, and they could save their money and thus go off and live life like true politicians while they use your money against you. So all our budget talk and pretty talk about this and that, family, that's your money they talking about, you know. They talking about redistributing your money, favors for favors. Projects ain't gonna start to next fiscal year, a year and a half from now, and all kind of stuff. So you got to allocate funds till then. You got to do the preliminaries and the assessments and the consultants and blah blah blah, and money in the pocket all along. Wake up, people. Not even wake up. Recognize what's going on, man. Don't wake up, because the wake is what you do for dead people. I want you to wake up. I want you to pay attention, man. And start opening your eyes and see what's going on. Open your eyes and see the lies and realize it's all a disguise. It's all a disguise. So the Conservatives got to spend $1. They use your own money. Look, watch it here. Look, they use. No, check this out, because they have people now who will spend the workers' money to bribe the workers. Gets this? They have people Man, listen, people who would spend the workers' money to bribe the workers, get it? While they use their money against you. Anyhow, I soon wrap this up real quick. Now, what? No, this is no. Hold up. This is the sugar right here. This is the sugar right here. This is sweetness of this whole speech. The first part. This is the sweetest part of this whole speech, family. Go tell a friend and tell a friend to tune in. Now, what has bothered me in this society is that every time after election, people expect certain things to take place. Automatically, all them promises, well, you would expect something. And although the law says that he that giveth is as much guilty of bribery and corruption under the Corrupt Practice Act, which I didn't even know there's a Corrupt Practice Act. Somebody please pull this up for me, please. One of my lawyers on here, please look this up and get this to me. They don't got the, what they call it, integrity bill or whatever, but there's a Corrupt Practice Act. I would love to see what it says so we can start holding some folks accountable. Now check this out. What bothers me is that people expect certain things out to take place. Although the law says that he that giveth is as much guilty of bribery and corruption under the Corruption Practice Act as he that receiveth. So all the folks that get in money from the system and don't want to talk and don't want to say a word and play with the same manual and one term with the face, so yeah, you're doing good work and then want to do nothing because you ain't want to say and expose what's going on. Although he answer questions, you go on mute and can't talk. Let me show you something. Under the Corruption Practice Act in Barbados, we're going to resurrect this. We're going to brush it off. We're going to blow up the dust and we're going to open the book. Check this out. Under the act, as it has, he that receiveth. So if you take money from a politician for bribing you, which is corruption, you guilty too for accepting it. Just for the record, we know that even on polling day. Now listen to this, family. This sound familiar? Even on polling day, people were given envelopes with $100 bills in them. Even on, yo, Phil, where you at, Phil, man? Hold on. Yo, Philip, where you at, Phil? Where you at, Phil? Where you at, man? Michael, where you at? Where you at, man? Lioness, I see you, love child. Hail up to you too, sister. Alex Mitchell, where you at, Alex, man? Where you at, man? We know that even on polling day, people were given envelopes with $100 bill in them. You know the saddest part though is, family, $100 bill in 86 and $100 bill in 2022. So y'all devaluing yourself, man. That these people give you this kind of crap in your hand and make jokes. Philip Graves and Asquith Phillips and I sat down trying to get people to brief. Listen to me, man. Hold on. Philip Graves and Asquith Phillips and I sat down trying to get people to bring affidavits so that we could lock up some of them, lock them up. Even Arabaro back then was talking about locking up politicians and people who get in favors in exchange for favors based on this bill, Corruption Practice Act. Lock them up. We want affidavits. And guess what happened? Guess what happened? Our own people, registered Democratic Labour Party people said they were not prepared to go into court and swear. Verla, is that what happened last election? People of your own camp undermine you and usurp you by selling you out behind your back, going up on a platform and making all kind of blunders and all kind of foolish statements like they're ignorant and ain't got no common sense. You ought to have been better off calling Bonga Lights, Lumumba, and Emmanuel on the platform to represent. And I bet you, had you brought Bonga Lights, Lumumba, and Emmanuel on any DLP platform, I bet DLP would have had at least the seats in the constituency in which we spoke. I would have guaranteed you that. You would have had to pay, though. I ain't in front. It would be corruption. It's a job, consultancy. We would have been consultants. If y'all believe that, let me see some forward, man. If y'all really truly think that had the Democratic Labour Party recruit and hire from a consultancy perspective, Rastafari Progressive Movement, Bonga Lights, Lumumba, and myself to speak on their platform, y'all don't think they would have won some seats? I asking for a friend. I asking for a friend. Tell me what y'all think about that. Y'all don't think that they would have won? Listen, the DLP on the contract, the corruption, brought in Lumumba, Bonga Lights, and Emmanuel to speak on their platform, holding integrity to the Tito. No foolishness. We don't play no mama guy games. We speak truth to the people. We ain't tell them nonsense and you ain't doing it. If we say you're going to do this, is that you're doing, otherwise you got problems. Y'all don't think they would have won some seats? We know our worth. What kind of image we have? We know our worth. We know our worth very well. Imagine that. People at the own Democratic Party said they were not prepared to go into court and swear. What kind of mirror image would you have of yourself if there are corrupt ministers in Barbados tonight? You have made them corrupt. You hear what the man say? So the ministers and the issue in our family, I keep telling y'all, we have allowed this to continue. I am saying it has to stop. And it is only going to stop when you start holding these people accountable. They got all these new plans. They rush all these new things. No, they want a COVID. They want to collect money for COVID, taxing businesses for money for COVID. Although they got money for COVID, which is the strangest thing. Anyhow, I ain't gonna touch that one yet. That's like the contribution on the water bill. Y'all need to stop paying that. Anyhow, this has to stop, and I'll tell you why in a minute. This is going somewhere. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with this. Gender discrimination. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm not trying to make an excuse for you, but I realize what has happened in this society. You have people who are living on the brink of and at substantial levels, subsistence level. I look around and see people who have not done an honest day's work in their whole life, driving around in MP cars. You hear that? Wait, hold on, man. Hold on, man. You have people who are living on the brink of and at subsistence level. I look around and see people who have not done an honest day's work in their whole life. You might say, see this with my own eyes, driving around in MP cars, having an ostentatious standard of living, unlike my poor family in St. John, who the welfare officer gives 50 to feed a family of 10 for a whole week. Welfare officer, $50 to feed your family for the whole week. Be thankful. What kind of mirror image can you have of yourself? What image can you have of yourself? I want to get to, I'm missing a part here I want to touch briefly though. Where is it? There's a part I want to touch. Let me tell you what I mean by image of yourself. Image you have of yourself. Oh man, the greatest ambition is to try to prove to the people of the United States consulate that you are only going out to visit your family. I have you Democratic Party here. All right, let me still what kind of image of yourself. I have a whole bunch of notes here and I have a few highlights. Let me see before I write it down. Do not have sugar. We have developed an education system, but they are teaching people things. Okay, I gotta find it. I gotta scroll down, go down some more. Go down. That they're going too far. They have developed here you go. They have developed an education system, but they are teaching people things that are relevant to the 21st century. They are not teaching people how to weed by the road. They are in the advance of the information age. This is talking about Singapore, family. Singapore, teaching people about the information age. But you know the difference between you and them? They have got a mirror image of themselves. They are not looking to get on any plane to go to San Francisco too far away. The government does not encourage them to emigrate them unless they are going to develop business for Singapore. What he's saying in essence is that Barbadians never had an image of themselves and building Barbados from the ground up. It was always servitude. You go to school, they teach you how to be a servant. So your skill is to serve others, not building. not building, taught free education, not building. But we have not come to realize that as yet. We have been brought in, we brought into a system and an idea that allowed us to think that, you know, certain things is better for us, and we don't deserve to have certain things. And the politicians got us believing, you ain't gotta do all that. I would take care of this, get a little something, just vote me back in and we can make something happen. A 3D glass house. I like that one, Steve. The indoctrination system in Barbados will have you on 3D glasses for life. We need to look out for self first, then family, then community, and the world. He said we are friends to all and satellites to none. I don't know if we could be friends to all though, because realistically speaking, that when he said that, he didn't literally mean friends to all, because not even God is friends to all. There's some things God ain't going in for and not tolerating either. Period. So how we better than God? So he didn't mean it in the context of friends for all. He simply meant that we ain't going there looking for no trouble, because Barbados can't afford the trouble. But what we should be doing is empowering our people so they can rise above the standard of living that they have been basically marginalized and subjugated and put into as a permanent underclass by these same politicians, the corrupt act. Listen, man. Somebody, Alex, go find that, man. Find that. Go find that. Go search somebody, research team. Go and find that. Go and find that. Where is that? Where's that, man? Where's that? The Corruption Practice Act. Go and find it. We need a copy, family. Somebody go find that, man. Go find that. Find that. Somebody find that. Facebook not allowing me to post anything. So, you know, ISIS, get on it. For some strange reason, they're not allowing me to post on my own thing. That's just crazy. But anyhow, I don't know. Anyhow, Anti-Fair, see you. Good night to you too. Corruption Practice Act. Somebody go for, yeah, I saw it. I see it there. I got it. Yeah, go find that, somebody. And like I said, this link I had placed it before in the chat. I don't know if it came up on Facebook. Somebody let me know if the link to this particular speech came up on Facebook. Let me know if it came up. I'm not sure if it did. I don't think it did, but if it did, let me know. Let me know. You can go. Let me try to, I don't know. See if it come up again. I'm going to see if it comes up again and post it so that you can always track that and see. All right, let's try this one and see if it comes up again. If it comes up, let me know. Okay. All right. It looked like it came up, although I ain't seeing it on the page, but I ain't seeing it. But if it came up, anyhow, y'all go forward with that. Figure that one out. But yeah, family. Yeah, family. I thought that was very thought-provoking. The whole thing is quite interesting, but that first part, man, was, yeah, that was deep. That was deep. What caused me to do that was I was looking for the part where he talked about sugar cane. You know, and the reason I'm going on this road is because, you know, it is evident that corruption been going on. And I mean, we could talk about all the world all we like. We living in Barbados, we dealing with Barbados, and we have to start holding people accountable for their actions, because, you know, like I said, Rome, the great Roman Empire that controlled the world at that time, was not defeated by an external army. Rome, as we know it, was not defeated by an external army. Everybody talking about Ukraine and Russia and all the different European nations, all of that is part of the Roman Empire. They're all Romans, really. You see what I'm saying? They're really all Romans, just were subdivided by different generals and given different names, and they practice different cultures as the years progress. But all that is part of the Roman Empire that Rome had captured. Rome did not fall because of military attack and an invasion. Rome fell from within. And you know what caused Rome to fall? Corruption and immorality. Rome, the great nation back then, the empire, ruled the world, fierce. What caused them to crumble was corruption and immorality. They start to call wrong right. It got so corrupt that all kind of institutions started to break down because the Auditor General had too much missing money, couldn't get account for it, and it fell on its own. Hence, they divided the states afterwards because everybody took their money and left, and it imploded. Barbados is heading for such a fate. Barbados, I'm going to say it again, man. Barbados is heading for such a fate. Y'all hearing me now? Can you hear me now? Corruption, immorality. They got to stop, family. And it ain't going to stop if you leave them. The fox ain't going to stop going in the hen house until you get rid of the fox. You either going to build a more secure hen house or get rid of the fox. What the guy does on TikTok. It basic. Corruption ain't going to disappear because you want it to disappear. It ain't going to disappear because I come and say so. It's going to disappear when we also stop accepting these bribes and these favors and start looking to see how we could better the nation as a whole. As a whole. Uplift the whole nation. Put the whole nation on your back and run with it. Mr. Minister. Mr. Minister. How? How? Anyhow, I said I got some information that's a bit sensitive. And if you're squeamish and if you're, easily, I want y'all to be very, I'm going to try to skim through this a bit, but I gotta touch it. There was an incident that, I found to be a little disturbing, man. And I'm going to go ahead and cue it up. And we're going to discuss it and see how we could connect it to. What kind of mirror image do you have of yourself? The question still stands. Yeah, so we asked the question, what kind of mirror image do you have of yourself? That's the question. And the reality is, family, can anyone tell me? What is it? What do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Because if you don't see yourself and have a value for yourself, then somebody else will. If you don't recognize yourself, you don't know who you are, somebody else will have a determination in their own mind as to who they think you are. And that's sad. There was an incident that took place in London, at a London school, where racism is cited for a factor in police strip search of girl 15 years at London school. Now, I just gonna post this first because even as I'm thinking about this, man, I feel my blood start to boil, man. Like, and I don't want to even come across from that perspective. But I gotta touch this, man. I want y'all to realize the magnitude of what we as a people still dealing with. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is a school in London, London, wherever London's supposed to be to some people, whatever. And racism is cited. There's a young lady, a black sister of African descent, who was going to school, and apparently they said they smell weed. So they called in the police, and a black child was subjected to by police to a strip search at her London school that involved exposure of intimate body parts, according to an official investigation, which found racism was likely to have been an influencing factor in the officer's actions. No appropriate adult was present during the 15-year-old girl's ordeal, described by the senior local authority figure as humiliating, transmutating, and utterly shocking, and which took place without parental consent and in the knowledge that she was menstruating. Yeah, she was seeing her period, and they forced her into a strip search. And it goes on to talk about even after she had to strip search naked in front of these police officers with no parental consent, no adults, nobody from the school, no guidance counselor, nothing. And at some point, even the officer, insisted that she remove her sanitary napkin from her body. There's questions now whether or not the body cam was on during this ordeal. And yet, believe it or not, the officials have not confirmed it, which is funny because they also did not deny it. I mean, just I can't go through this, man. I can't go through this because let me tell y'all something, man. Now, if I say something crazy, they would say pushing hate, right? So I gotta be very mindful of what I'm saying or what I would like to say. But I want y'all to connect to that. Imagine, right? You send your child to school, and because they claim they smell weed, and she's a black girl, so it gotta be somebody black because you can't be anybody white. I know. So they allegedly smell weed. So they call the police and force your 15-year-old daughter, who came home and told you that at school today, some teacher called the police and they forced you in a room, some police officers, and caused you to strip search at school. Get butt naked. You on your menstrual cycle. Then they insist you remove your sanitary napkin, which, by the way, would have been, soiled because she's menstruating. And then told her to put it back on and get dressed. And go back in the class like nothing happened. And wait the rest of the day. I think she was doing an exam at the time. And wait the rest of the day to then go home to then relay this to your family. I said, you told sue police. Look, heads go roll though. I ain't even gonna say nothing else, man. Like I feel that all in my, I feel that, man. Like I can't even. Family, we playing this game far too long. Far too long. Barbadians and, far too long. We think this thing is a joke. We getting along with it. I had a. I ain't going to say that one. I can say this one instead. I spoke to the Ministry of Education today regarding the wearing of the headdress. And, there's a lot of speculation now. It's a big thing all of a sudden, which is funny because Rasta youth's been going to school. Why is this headdress all of a sudden a big issue? A big topic for debate and conversation? Why all of a sudden this is the conversation? There was a case in Jamaica last year where a policewoman caught a young lady. I don't know, she wasn't doing anything, but they held a young lady in the police station who was Rasta, and they cut her locks off her head in the police station. Just so. I say all that to say, right, family, that we keep going to these institutions amongst these people, especially the ones that tell you, you gotta get along to get by. You gotta just get along with the thing and, piece by piece and work it out down the road, take little steps by steps and, do what you gotta do and, tuck in your tail and keep your head down and, get through. You see that house Negro conversation, don't miss me with that, man. I ain't cut from that fabric. How many more children we got sacrificed? This young girl is 15 years old. Her mother goes on to say in the article, somewhere down, she said, let me see if I find it. Let me see if I can find it. Police were called by teachers who told a review that they believed she was smelling strongly of cannabis and suspected she was carrying drugs. But none, oh, by the way, none were found during the subsequent search. They didn't find the drugs. They didn't find none. The school was visited by 4 officers, including 2 women who carried out the search of the girl, referred to in the report as Child Q, while teachers remained outside the room and her mother was not contacted. Someone walked in. Now listen this carefully. Listen what I'm saying. This is what she said. Someone walked into the school where I was supposed to feel safe. Took me away from my people, who were supposed to protect me and strip me naked while on my period, the girl said in a statement, adding that she did not know if she would ever feel normal again. She don't know if she would ever feel normal again. She said, I was at school where I supposed to feel safe with people who supposed to keep me safe. And they allowed 4 officers to come in there, 2 of which took me in the room and stripped me down to my sanitary napkin that was soiled, and then tell me to put it back on and get dressed. Look, man. Yeah, Steve. This is England, right? Yeah. Yeah, y'all keep playing with these devils, man. Y'all keep playing with them, man. Keep playing with them. This thing hit me for 6, family. Like I. People talking about police, right? I gonna say this, man. Ain't a badge in the world that could save them, man. There's a, heads got to roll though. I don't know what Scotland Yard doing or what Boris Johnson or whoever doing. If she was white, that would have never happened. You know that, right? Never happened. Our own black people enable these people in what they're doing. We gotta realize, man, this ain't no game, man. These people ain't playing with us. It can happen in Barbados as well, of course. As a matter of fact, you'd be surprised what really going on in Barbados. It's just that it don't make the news. It don't make the news. I mean, you can't. They act like you can't even talk about police in Barbados. You can't say a word about police in Barbados for fear. Why is there a fear for people who's supposed to keep you safe without something wrong? Something would gotta be wrong. Boy, you better don't set up with the police, boy. They people come for you. Just so? I mean, just so? Y'all kidding me, man. Y'all making sport, man. Making sport, man. Police so fat, the vest only covers their guts. Shout out to the man them that really serious about their job, man. That really about protecting the people for real. Not the plantocracy or the interest of the plantocracy. I keep telling y'all, security forces, right? Defense force and police. I keep telling y'all, I know all of y'all ain't done with what's going on here. I know a lot of y'all ain't really on that vibe. I know that for a fact. But you're gonna have to make a decision sometime soon, because you see where this thing going. You see where it going. Y'all gonna have decisions. Y'all gonna have decisions to make, man. Like it or not. You know what I mean? Like it or not, y'all gonna have decisions to make. And that's just the reality of it. So that's all I'm telling you, man. If you're offended by what I said, was you ain't talking about. But the real ones know, we ain't got no issue, man. We ain't got no issue. None. Keeping Bajans as sheep, withholding the news. Well, Steve, you know what, man? Like I always show you, brother, man. Gideon's army. This fight in for everybody, my brother. I could come on here and talk whole Bajans and this and Bajans and that and Bajans and this. I could do that too, but I can tell you something, man. I know for a fact this fighting for everybody. Gideon's army. You understand? This is for the people with the one knee down and the one knee up. The man and woman with the one knee down and the one knee up. Who know what I mean, know what I mean. And if you don't know what that means, this don't concern you. It's best to go home and watch this from TV. You could tune into Politically Incorrect. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You hold the fort down at home. Because war is fought on many levels. Somebody got to cook the food and mend the outfits, and, somebody got to make the bullets. Somebody got to somebody got to plant the food. Somebody got to bring the supplies. Somebody got to tend to the sick. Somebody got to deal with the family. Working parts, man. Everybody got a part to play. Let them play the part they're supposed to. Don't expect a man on the battlefield he's not supposed to be. So it's all good. You know what I mean? Those who know. Those who don't know, it's all good. You will learn down the line. Divine greetings, family. Omar, I see you. Have to have endurance. Real thing. Have to have endurance. This racing for the swift, for those who endure. This issue at schools with the hairdress family, the Ministry of Education have outlined in an old document somewhere around that the parents have to send a letter to the school simply indicating that the child has permission to wear headdress because they're practicing a particular culture or a religion accordingly. Now, the funny thing is, I don't know if Islamic got to bring a letter from the Imam saying that. I don't know if that's the case, or the school just takes it at face value because they come with the hijab on. I don't know, or the kufi. I don't know. But what I will say is when it comes to Rastafari, Rastafari are the only people that practice. You got people who are not Rastafari that practice African culture. People who practice Santa Maria. People practice Ifa. You know what I mean? People practice, different faith of the doctrine that they subscribe to. But they're making this an issue because they feel that, it distracts from the uniform institution. So the school is uniform institution. So you got to have a certain uniform, which is funny because they make provision for the Islamic people to tweak the uniform or how it looked to wear school. The style of uniform doesn't apply to them. They get to wear a different style completely. But nobody don't say nothing. But as it come to Rasta, we gotta conform. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Guess what, family? I'm gonna give you all the truth. There's a case in Barbados where a family took that to school. Sorry, took it to court. The wearing of a headdress at school. Believe it or not, you don't have to wear school your head cover as Rastafari. You don't have to. There's a case in Barbados where a family took that whole idea to court. It's discrimination. Took it to court and they won. And their youths who are Rasta was going to school without their head cover. They couldn't stop it. Court order. Loudy child, it's discrimination. Stop that foolishness. What head cover what? So although we're willing to comply with the head cover, some schools still making it difficult, unnecessarily so, for students. And some schools, the students got to sit outside the classroom all day, outside the principal's office all day, in another room all day, and not be allowed to attend school. Imagine that. Because of a head cover. Because they deem it might be distracting or become a weapon in a fight or something along those lines. Come on, man. Come on, man. A cheer is a weapon in a fight. You're going to ban cheers from school? A pen or pencil is a weapon in a fight. You're going to ban pencils and pens from school? The logic is illogical. And I only entertain it because, make some people feel they're making grounds. But the reality, I don't support ignorance, man. I don't support it. I can't. But I was told by my grandmother, Aunt Rose, man, she lived and rise in power. Never argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who. So I listen. I keep quiet and listen. But y'all need to stop that, man. Cut it out. Cut it out, man. That's like they talk about the hairdress. We're given permission for the Islamic women to wear their hijab and take ID pictures. And we can also extend the courtesy to Rastafari women. Guess what? I was told it don't apply to the men. Gender discrimination again. You see, this thing is deep, but we are supposed to keep quiet. We don't say nothing yet. Just wait it out a little longer. Maybe later on they allow you to do it too. That kind of slave mentality, house nigger mentality, missed me with it. And I ain't saying it in a negative way, but it's it's where it is. It's where it is. You come with that mindset. I can't subscribe. I can't even see past that. Let Albara say, what image do you have of yourself? How you see yourself? How you see yourself? That's what's important, man. That's what's important. Oh man. But uh, I don't know, family. We have a lot to. We got a lot to deal with, family. Really. I don't know, man. I here looking. Let me try this one and see what happened. Let me see what happened. Anyhow, what time is it? What time is it? Came on a little late, 9:30. I used to remember I spoke to my former half white employee about getting small sanitary bins in the bathroom for use at Mr. Man's lot. I looked me in the eye and said that we have a great sewage system in Barbados, so to flush it down the toilet. I don't even remember if I got an audio recording of him, but I do have video footage of the bathroom with no sanitary bin. Of his staff were female. 98% of his staff were females. I mean, look, man. If you got to tell a man to put a sanitary napkin bin in a female's bathroom, and you had to argue that point, again, that reflects the mindset of the people that we're dealing with. Slavery is still a massive part in Barbados by those taking the colonizer orders. It's a reality, man. Samuel, you were saying, yes, I am one. I am not sure what that was response to, if that's response to a question in the comments or that was answered. I'm not sure. If it was, then I'll see it when I review. But yeah, family. These were going on, man. Al Barrow said it back in 86. You can't make this stuff up, family. You know, some boys go to school with their hair plait, and this is allowed. The issue with our schools and our youth, right, isn't the hair, isn't the covering or the uncovering. None of that. It's the colonial curriculum that you trying to shove down the children throat that they don't want to accept. That's the issue. So the TV got more influence, Cartel got more influence, shucks, TikTok got more influence. Maybe y'all should put the schoolwork on TikTok. I bet you do a more effective job than have the youth sit in the class all day long in front of your boring self teaching. Because half the youths can't even relate to what you're saying and don't even understand it and can't wait till the bell ring. I ain't saying that goes for all. Get me wrong. And I ain't saying that for all teachers, but if you offended, is you ain't talking about. Because if you know you're doing your job, what I just say wouldn't affect you. That wouldn't even apply to you. You would know that. So, I ain't talking about you. But if you feel offended by what I said, I ain't talking about you. You know the youths don't like you. You know that. You ain't gonna you know that. Nobody ain't gonna tell you that. But then there's some teachers that the children love. They carry their bag from the car. Man, let me carry your bag. Yo, sir, let me hold your books. Love them. Shout out to the real teachers, man, making a difference in the future of the youths of this nation and all across the region and across the world. See the rest of y'all though, man, that corrupt favor family, nepotism, I got a job for you kind of thing. The Corruption Practice Act, somebody Google that. We want a copy of it. We going to discuss that. Phil, get on it. Do not upgrade your Facebook. They will lock you out. Well, I guess that happened to me the other day. I ain't got a clue, man. They had me in a mess. Had me in a bind, man. I trying to find this Niche B tune specifically. And let me see if I can find this one here real quick. This Niche B. Let me see. Where we got that joint there now? Where we gonna find that joint there now? I'm looking for it, man. I'm looking for it. This would be nice. This would be nice. This is the right tune, man. Perfect tune. Anyhow, you're gonna find it, man. Ain't worry about it. You're gonna find it, man. Learning should be fun, not a burden to the children, and the favoritism needs to stop. 34 views, 10 comments, 17 shares, pure buzz. Yeah, I know, Alex. I know, Alex. I don't mind it, man, because I be watching right here and it say one thing, and I be watching right here and it says something completely different. So I don't, it there though. It is there for all to see when they choose or when not. Whatever Facebook does, man, it don't matter, man. The history will record their judgment. Simple as that. But as you probably want to touch tonight, family, that was my main thing. And that sister over there in England, her family, these are the things we gotta start paying attention to, family. Tracking what happening with our children, even at school, and having that relationship to know what's going on. Because a lot of stuff going on, like I told you, at one point in time, a teacher in one of these schools, I mean, that was abuse for the concern. You struck my daughter across her back 10 times with a ruler and never gave me an explanation as to why you did that. Now, if I was to flip, push the clutch, I'd be the worst. And although they call the police for me and everything, they didn't call the police for her. But judgment is deal with things like that. I've been noticing that. So, words of our mouth, meditation of our hearts, man. I mean, and that's how that is go down. Touch not the Lord's anointed, would it tell you, right? And do the prophets no harm. You don't know who is who. So just love people and respect people because you don't know who is who. You don't know who is who. You see a man face and don't know the heart, right? He's a patient man. Patient man. Very patient man. And give thanks to that. Rikers Island here. Very patient. Let me see why you always late. That's funny. anyhow, family, it's been great. As always, I trying to shout out my brother right here. If I trying to reach him and get this thing organized and see, I'm trying to do a thing real quick. I hear multitasking. I can what and give 15 minutes, man. I can drop the link in the chat for anybody who want to come on in and plug in real quick. I gonna post the link to the studio in the chat. Anyone interested in just hopping in here for a minute, feel free to do so. It's up. I posted it. Anybody interested in hopping on and coming in to the virtual studio, shout me out. Just got to click on the link, follow instructions. It works best with Chrome, other than other platforms. Just note to self. Letting you know that in the early though, because anyhow. Love is the key, Telma. I see you. Facts, man. We're going to work it out. We're going to work it. We're going to work it. We are going to work it. You're looking for a tune. All right. I think that's the name of it. Mm-hmm. All right. I know that's go. So here we gonna do. Let me drop this real quick, man. Let me just throw this tune on real quick, and see. I was trying to get the one which I wanted. There was a speech. Where was it? By I can't even say Tom Adams. Let me see. I think it was David, more slightly. It looked like it was David. It was David. Let me put this up real quick so you can see this here, man. I don't know if I wanted to put this up. This was a speech by David Thompson. Yeah, I gonna put it up. I'm transferring it to the link that I can open it in my page. So give me a second. All right, here we go. Let me share this real quick. Go there, click on that, and open this up.
There's a lot.
Let me pause this first. I'm gonna share this real quick. Share window. This part of this, y'all could go check this out, man. Let me pull this from the beginning. I thought it was thoughtful. Well, again, let me just add this to the whole narrative. Yeah, let me leave it at that.
What we can say about the former Prime Minister and national hero. There's a lot we can say about the former Prime Minister and national hero.
He always reiterated that cry, although not in the same words, that Bob Marley, another distinguished Caribbean hero, had said in his redemption song, "Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery, for none but ourselves can free our minds."
Develop our integrity, our identity.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
As a region. I think that, to my mind, that is one of the greatest of Errol Barrow's legacies.
Wish I
The
could
right excellent Errol Walton Barrow seemed destined to be a leader.
Mischievous, very strong-willed. If he decided to do something, he was doing it.
By the time that he founded the Democratic Labour Party in 1955, he had won the people's support with his outspoken views on industry and regional empowerment.
The threat to societies in the 20th century and this particular phase of the 20th is coming from governments and people who are exercising authority in the name of governments.
The next step for him was independence. Under Errol Barrow's leadership in 1966, Barbados was declared independent and had a massive celebration which was to be remembered for decades to come.
This is a very proud moment in the history of the people of Barbados. I am glad, as I am sure that the members of my government are equally glad, that we were born at a time when we could see this eventful day.
Dr. Lennox Honeychurch, a noted historian, watched the official independence ceremony from a tree on the Garrison Savannah and recreated his memories years later with pen and paint.
It was just an amazing feeling of everybody dancing and chanting, singing. You know, the Merry Men had brought out a song for independence. God bless them on Independence Day.
God bless Bim on Independence Day. Now, y'all know who God they're referring to, right? Y'all know who God they're referring to that bless Bim on Independence Day, right? I mean, I would hope so. Y'all know who God he's referring to. Y'all don't know who God he's referring to. Allow me to update you real quick. One more. Just one more. Just one more. Yeah. In case you didn't know before, when he say God bless Bim on Independence Day, this is what they were referring to. Of course, they may not want to tell you this, but His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, came to Barbados on April the 21st, 1966. Of course, I can't wait to April because we're going to touch on that. But in 1966, in April, we got independence in November. So what His Majesty told Errol Barrow and told Barbados that this is what he said to him: great things are expected of you. Not just meaning him, but meaning the whole nation, Barbados, and the people of Barbados. What image, what kind of mirror image do you have for yourself? How do you see yourself in 2022 as opposed to back in 1986 when that was said? The question I'm asking you tonight, the question we are asking you tonight, the question you should be asking yourself tonight is, what kind of mirror image do I have of myself? and am I comfortable with what I see? Look around you. Look around your society. Look around your house. Look around your community. You like what you see? Or you see a vessel that's adrift. It said, give me the, get on board. Everybody said, get on board. This ship is adrift and it's sinking. We're dealing with the land, family. Back to basics. Or what they said, back to Eden. And no, don't get me wrong. I'm not promoting the Barrel or the Democratic Party or nothing like that. I'm not promoting or not promoting. What I'm saying is that if the gentleman that they hail as a national hero, if the gentleman they claim is the father of independence, if the gentleman they claim is of high esteem and all the different accolades they put on him, can declare that this government, the Barbados Labour Party, from the inception with Mr. Tom Adams, has been a corrupt party doing favors for favors. Look around, question what you see today in society. Are you satisfied with the life you live in? It's time to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Don't wake up. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, because none but you, none but me can free our mind. And that's the reality. I here looking for my brother June, right? And I am searching for it. Anyhow, that's cool, man. That's cool. We can go on and on all night, but I gonna pull the plug here. Look, it's minutes to 10 already, family. But give thanks for the time, give thanks for the energy. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to you too, Halam. Bertram, I see you, Rastafari. Barrow knew that Winston Churchill was born in birthday was November the 30th. Well, Barrow is a Hebrew Israelite. His family changed their name to Barrow. He's not his word. It's not even a Barrow. It's not even a Barrow. That's not even his name. He changed his name to blend into this society for whatever purpose he had in mind. Nevertheless, it's all love, man. It's all love. I see you, Aya. No forward. That easy, brother. That easy, man. Just pon the replay. You don't know how the thing go. It's set already. It's set already. I wanted a Nature Beat tune right to this vibe with right here, man. That I was looking for one. But the brother got a lot of tunes. I was just trying to find the one particular one I was looking for. Let me see if I can find it to be tune here, man. Let me see it real quick. Let me look for this tune, family, because I want to definitely play this tune for sure. Let me see if I find it. Give me a minute. Yeah, let me see if I find this tune real quick, man. I don't even know if I can find this. I gonna try to find it and see what happened. I gonna try to find it and see. I hear doing a little bam, 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 bam. Yeah, see what happened now. Okay. All right. I ain't seeing it, so I just gonna let it. I let it ride out, man. And let it ride out. Said the system full of frauds, full of jokers. Them a gamble people like that this a poker. Yeah, like that tune. The system. I trying to find that tune. It's time to stand up for Barbados. Be a better place. We know we can be. Stop the fighting and animosity. Let's come together in a love and unity. Yeah, I can look for the tune, man. I need it. You know what? I need a dub plate. That's what I need. Nature, what's up? We need a little dub plate tune, Nature. Make something happen here. But we've been doing this too long, family. No Barbadian word of the sort can really say that they are like the way the Barbados is headed. Sis, but like the honorable, what they say, honorable man said that people of his own party that receive favors and envelopes with money refuse to write affidavits to hold people accountable for their actions. So you see it, those who are corrupt are as guilty as those who endorse and promote the corruption. Bird of a feather. Bird of a feather. And that's the society we're dealing with. A lot of favors get done. A lot of favors get done. So what do you expect? What do you expect, man? You know what I mean? Anyhow, I think that's basically it on that note. I can just drop this one here. I ain't sure this is going to unfold, but I can drop it. I can drop this one here, man, and share this one, and we out the door, family. We see how this going to unfold. Whether Facebook like it or not, whether YouTube like it or not, we can drop this one here, man. We can drop this one here, man. Just so.
Ten step ahead of them, 10 step up.
Rasta, we a fight war spiritual. Hey!
Welcome, Granny, the general.
Yes, family.
Stepping on the bar, make a entry. Winnings, make a century.
Make a century.
We have the better sense. Better than we have parents have plenty. Babylon, them a free man in the city. If we find out them a
demon in the city when they all boil down to the nitty-gritty. Mix up in iniquity.
Stepping at the wild battlefield with the pagan.
Yes, family. Politically incorrect. Yeah. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Tell me a warrior would. The mix up in it, family. The mix up in it, family. Dirty Babylon. Tell them man a warrior would. Real warrior. Real warrior. Jah over evil. Be frightened for car. Prettiest girl. Me not frightened for her. Yeah. In the khaki suit, let me go a Calabar. From day one. Salvation. Zinc fence. Step on Satan. Step on Satan. Them a demon in the city, family.
Them mix up
iniquity, them mix up in her. Man a warrior, whoa.
Real warrior.
Sure, boy.
Real warrior. Over evil, right for me heart. Babylon, the great when the Gideon start. Man a warrior, tell them man a warrior, full suit of armor, sword in the hand, ready for go shine down dirty Babylon. Man a warrior, tell them man a warrior, chronic street warrior, then view, real warrior.
Zinc fence, family. Yes, people. I saw it go though, man. I saw it go. I can't even say back by popular demand, man. For the first time here on Politically Incorrect. First time on Politically Incorrect. Our very own.
You people can't overstand the situation. Priority number one, vaccination.
Cheese on bread, cheese on bread. Hold on. Pull that tune. Pull that tune. Pull that tune. That tune there to a mighty family. Mighty tune. Very on.
You people can't overstand the situation.
Yes, family.
Priority number one, vaccination.
Yes, my brother.
Priority number two, the population. Priority number three, isolation.
Cheese on bread.
Priority number four, manipulation. Well, I say, hey, Mr. Bossman, I am talking to you. Hey, Mr. Bossman.
Hey, Mr. Bossman.
Refrain from doing what you do. Hey, Mr. Bossman.
Mr. Bossman.
Look what is going on. Hey, Mr. Bossman.
This is our very own Art Emotion. For those who don't know, big up yourself, my brother. Art Emotion, Politically Incorrect.
Evidence is clear to see. Some people are suffering from these vaccines.
Suffering, man.
The FDA and the CDC committing crimes against humanity.
Jeez,
hey, Mr. Bossman.
Yes, Bossman.
I am talking to you.
This is a message
hey,
for
Mr.
you.
Bossman.
This is a message for you.
Refrain from doing what you do. Hey, Mr. Bossman. Please tell me what is going on. Hey, Mr. Bossman. Leave the people, children alone.
Gee, Don Bread. They said to pull it, Art. Yo, Art, they said to pull it. They said to pull it, Art. They said to pull it. They said to pull it. Art Emotion to the world.
The people can't overstand the situation.
Teach them.
Priority number one, vaccination. Priority number two, the population.
Get rid of the people.
Priority number three, isolation.
This is homegrown, man. This is some homegrown.
Number four, manipulation. Well, I say, hey, Mr. Bossman.
Gee, Don Bread.
I am talking to you. Hey, Mr. Bossman.
Gee, Don Bread.
Refrain from doing what you do.
Gee, Don
hey,
Bread.
Mr. Bossman. Look what is going on. Hey, Mr. Bossman. Look, leave the children alone. The evidence is clear to see. Some people are suffering from these vaccines. The FDA and the CDC committing crimes against humanity. Hey, Mr. Bossman, I am talking to you.
Yes,
hey,
yes.
Mr. Bossman, refrain from doing what you do. Hey, Mr. Bossman.
Yes, Mr.
Please tell
Bossman.
me what is going on. Hey, Mr. Bossman.
Yes.
Leave the people, children alone. Father Jah look down on us.
Post the link in the chat. You can always plug into this brother and subscribe to his page.
Look down on us. Look down on us. We got to
Subscribe to the brother page, man. Art in
Father Jah
Motion.
look down on us. Look down
Art
on us
in Motion.
in this crisis time. Father Jah look down on us. Look down on us. Please change our minds.
Wait, Iris. Your Art in Motion, they said pull up and run it forward. For those who might have Make sure they post the link in the chat. You got it covered. Make sure you check this brother page out. Support it. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Art in motion. Art in motion. Not art that's still. Mr. Boss Man. Mr. Boss Man. Or Boss Lady. Whichever necessary. Who the catfish?
The evidence is clear to see.
It's clear to see, family.
Some people are suffering from these vaccines. The FDA and the CDC committing crimes against humanity. Hey, Mr. Bossman,
don't pray.
I am talking to you. Hey, Mr. Bossman, refrain from doing what you do. Hey, Mr. Bossman.
Yes, Mr. Bossman.
What is going on? Hey, Mr. Bossman. Leave the people, children alone.
Man, politically incorrect. Family. I like that piece there, though. That look real futuristic, yeah. Real mystic, yeah. Little black cube. I love it. Yeah, family. Well, you know what? Like I said, man, we in it to win it, and we just gonna keep pushing forward, and that's the bottom line, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, support the brother page, Art in Motion, on Facebook and on YouTube. Check it out. Politically Incorrect, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday at 8 p.m. That's the time we're supposed to be on, unless something else happens. But we on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. If you want to support the page, your PayPal account is there, eberili@gmail.com. And remember to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, make sure the word get out. We do our part, you do our part. If you want to drop us an email, politically.in.correct246@gmail is the email address, and the number is 838-8253. You can always link us on WhatsApp if you want to reach us directly. But we give thanks for you sharing your time, energy as usual. Those of us who now tuning in live and those who watching it later, remember it's Eastern Standard Time or Atlantic Time. I think that's what it is. And it's all love, family. Jackie, we see you. And we also got a shout out to Tahira. Tahira, her celebrated her entry day. That was yesterday. And so we want to give a great big shout out to one of our major influences here and Politically Incorrect, Tahira. So this, you know, full respect right through 100. May you have many, many more solar returns, cycle around this particular spiral in the galaxy. And may you continue to rise and this, you know, define what image you want to see of yourself in the mirror. Don't let nobody tell you what to see. Make sure you see divinely through the eyes that are infinitely projecting you forward eternally. Rastafari. Yeah? Blessed love, sister. And on that note, shout out to everybody else, by the way. Don't mess with me. Yo, you ain't mentioned me. You forget me. You know, man, you know, all love to everybody who's celebrating in this particular cycle, in this particular season. So blessed love, right? Yeah, that's what we're doing, man. Samuel, add me, Jackie or Tahira, take the brother's information down, and you know, you can send him the invite via WhatsApp, and we go from there. And y'all know the rest. So anyhow, family, be good, stay true to yourself, and like Mr. Barrow said, man. Wait a minute. I got. What level of madness is this? What kind of corruption going on? Are we allowing it to go on? What? I just look. All I'm gonna say to y'all, right, is this: we got to remember within the context who this man is supposed to be. There's a lot of mystery going around, what we call the mysteries going around. But oh man, this is going to be quite interesting. But anyhow, we want to remember one thing, family, that, you know, the story as we have been given isn't quite really what it is. It ain't really what it is, you know. And our Barrow family is Hebrew Israelites, you know, what we call Jew. He's a Jew, a Judah, because there's no J in the culture. So even the word Jew don't really exist, but I ain't getting that now. But understanding mindset of the man, Nothing is what it appeared to be. Nothing, regards to Barbados, independence, and the colonization of this particular island. There's a lot of things we know God discovered regarding the Black Jews. You hear what I'm saying? This is a lot of stuff we got to start tapping into. Don't let these cats fool you and steal your birthright for a bowl of porridge, or in this case, an envelope with a couple dollars. You know, done away with that. We ain't dealing with it. Anyhow, family, blessed, loved each and every one, and admins, link up. You don't know how it go, and let me make it happen. Until Friday, y'all hold firm, be good, be true, be wonderful, upful, joyful, and just be the light. Be the light. And you know, resonate on that level. Resonate on that level. You can't stop other people. Just be true to yourself. Know what image you want for you and reflect that. That's it. Isis, I see you. Monica, blessed love to you too. Art in Motion, Shah, Rastafari, Jah Guidance, Itection, Rastafari brethren and sisters, and all the family members. One love, one heart, and one divine destiny, family. That we're dealing with. Zamuni, I see you. I see you. Isis is all love. Wait, Mommy Sweet Sister would have. Okay, you know what? I got to say this then. You know what I'm saying? She's on. Mommy Isis, you know, we had a few months ago, we had a moment of reflection for the sister that transitioned back to the ancestors and, you know, left Isis with the torch to carry the light, and she's been carrying it faithfully. And now she's sharing with us again, family, that moms would have been that cycle today, that cycle 69 today, and we give thanks. Isis is requesting their mama Jimmy. I ain't sure that could work because I've been given some warnings about Universal what we playing their music, so it depends on who owns the rights to certain things. We can risk at it and see, but Isis way to hold firm continually, and let me continue to press on and press forward. Continue to press on and press forward, because you know, hold the torch. You know what I mean? You who got to carry this another level, man. Depends on who own the rights to this tune, but nevertheless, I'm probably sure. Anyhow, for Isis, you break the laws, man. I saw it going down, man. Simple as that. Haile Selassie first, Empress Reserve Menin family. One perfect balance, man. Isis, this for you, man.
Do you have a dear mother?
Kinetic energy family, kinetic energy family.
Kind of devoted and true. Dear mother, I'm sending to you.
Kinetic energy family, hearts, 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 hearts. Everybody, everybody, hearts, hearts. Not too many, but hearts enough. So Facebook don't cut you, cut you. Yes, Isis, just for you, man.
She's my mother.
Mama Isis.
More than any other.
6 and 3 is 9, family.
Anywhere I go.
6 and 3 is 9. Don't take a 6 for 9, though.
Do you have a dear mother?
Love and light to you too, Jackie. That's right. One perfect balance. May the ancestor guide her, let her buy and car rest in peace. Urban, I respect that, man. The buy and the car, or the car buy. Rastafari. Nah, fam, you ain't got to thank me, Isis. You ain't got to thank family. That's what family do. That's what family do.
Best wishes and all the good. May your days be cloudless and clear.
Yes.
True happiness each day and night of the year.
Each day and night of the year.
She's my mother, and I love her so. Yes, I do. More than any other.
More than any other family.
Anywhere I go, talking about my mother. She's my mother.